Hello sword friends! It's a new sword day. So in today's edition, I'm gonna do an unboxing to show it off an upgraded version of 16A by the official Typology Longsword. Alright, so let's do it right away. So basically this is the upgraded version of our package with extra foam paddings. This is on the top of the layer of the cushion. Definitely it's much easier, and also you don't have to worry about those we know back before we used those styrofoam, it's kind of like a spreading everywhere. Really hard to do the cleanup. I understand that. Now, as you can see, the blade, the scabbard, and also those fittings are fitted in each of the slots on this foam paddings right there. Perfectly made for them, and they can just stay there. Now I'm doing it like this. It just hold it right here. So in that way, we are safely can be shipped to you overseas, especially directly from our factory during the sea shipping or even the air shipping. It will just handle all those impacting, those bumpings, and also the damages during the shipping. So let's take them out one by one and start from the scabbard. Wow, this is a huge upgrading from Swordier. It's made of genuine leather. Now take a look at those hand stitching right there with the genuine leather. It's quite funny that one day I was scrolling through all the Reddit comments regarding like Swordier, and there's one people said all those good features regarding our longsword, especially European sword lines, and they complains a little bit, not a complaint, but more like a recommendation that he said we don't have those genuine leather to match the sword or the blade we have here. He said he was like a little bit disappointed and said you can have it for fun, definitely, because it's battle ready, but you cannot pass along to your grandson or something. This is really something kind of like make me thinking, definitely we have to think about not just control the cost of manufacturing those European swords, but also we have to make it good and perfect to our clients to meet different needs. So now we have this genuine leather scabbard, and also every part of them is made of genuine leather, and with this stainless steel buckles right here, very elegant, beautiful color, very shiny, right? And it felt pretty good as well in your hand. And of course, we're gonna keep it in really a reasonable price for sure. But the main point thing is the blade itself. Now I'm doing it right this. You see, we designed it. There's like a kind of like a metal piece right here to lock the handle here, and there's another one to lock the blade. You see, now I'm just doing the demo for you because it can very safely seated in the slot without moving up and down and back and forth. Now I'm taking out the blade. There we go, the tip part, right? You see, this is a 16A type of the blade, and also the tip is really sharp. We use this kind of like a rubber plastic to protect the tip near here, so kind of like a double protection. We use a lot of plastic to keep it off the dust, the erosion, with oil in it. Man, some people talking about like this is kind of like right? It kind of look like a beautiful sword, right? And this is definitely is a heavy duty longsword we have here, still made of spring steel. The thickness is really, why I'm saying it's heavy duty, because the thickness is already like a 6 millimeters, the thickness of the blade. And it's also tapered as well. The length of the blade is around 86 centimeters, not that long, and it's in a reasonable length because when we do all those design features, we have to consider all those kind of like the point of balance, the weight. Now the sword in my hand without scabbard is weighted around 1470 grams. It's pretty heavy, but not that heavy compared to other European longsword we have here, especially compared to our Templar knight sword. This is definitely lighter. We make a lot of upgrading on the grip sections as well. You see this part is covered with the genuine leather as the design feature. You see those hand stitching right there. The transition thinner part of the grip here is wrapped with those stainless steel metal rope to twist up on to cover the whole under parts, so you have a better grip when you do all those cutting tests, because this is still the battle ready sword we have here. Grip to the pommel, you see this beautiful fishtail pommel. I've been eyeing on this pommel for a long time. It's just beautiful, and kind of like a decrease the weight compared to those wheel pommel or those scent stopper. So it's fairly heavy and also fairly light enough, because like what I said, it's heavy duty. So I decided to step up so you guys can have a really good close-up, beautiful details to the pommel, pin the pommel right there. Beautiful handles, upgraded feature, hand stitching right there, and also those polished stainless steel crossguard, the horned crossguard, and also the fittings here. There we go. Now you can take a closer look. This crossguard is not custom made to this blade, so that's why we leave the space right there, but don't worry. The blade sit tightly inside of the crossguard and also the heel section, because it's a futon, so it won't have those rattlings or have those disalignment for the blade. Now take a look, straight lines when I do something like this, and also the flex strength is pretty strong. I'm not gonna tell you. I kind of like do the test in the factory. The flex strength is almost like a 16 kilograms. That's why I'm saying it's really a heavy duty. The point of balance for this longsword from the crossguard here is 11 centimeters. This is really a good point of balance in my opinion, and also it's so tapered as well. I mentioned that the thickness is already like 6 millimeters all the way from here, not that much, 3.5 millimeters from here. Actually, I have to do the measurement from here. From here is already 3.5 millimeter, and go a little bit thicker, it's this tapered. From here is around like a 2.5 millimeters. So this is the basic specifications of this longsword. But let's test it out in real life and see how it's gonna work out on those soft and heavy material. Let's do that. Let me do it one more time. So, let me just use this as an example. When we're talking about the maneuverable, I think that's the best answer. Here we go. I kind of like cut it 3 in a row. For an amateur like me, I would say that's pretty good, right? You see the blade, this is the kind of like an impacting never. There's no like dented edge chipping on the blade. No, not at all. Now I wipe it off. So nothing. The whole process cutting is really smooth. I cut 3 in a row. As you can see, this is the best result I can guarantee to you. Right? This is the real tatami mat, and it cut pretty well. So, since I'm telling you this piece is heavy duty. Look at all of the metal pieces on the blade, right? So this is the heavy duty, so it's gonna do the heavy duty work, which is the dry bamboo. What I have here is quite a challenge, but still I have to test it to see how it's gonna work out on those dry bamboo, to see if this blade will hold up, especially in terms of the edge rotation, flex strength as well. Let's see. So now I have this super dry bamboo. I wouldn't suggest you, or I wouldn't recommend you to test dry bamboo at your home, because we are the factory, we are the manufacturer. Even though we have the chipping edge on the blade, we can still fix it. But the purpose of me doing that is just test the limitation of the sword. So when you have it, you can safely to use the sword. Remember, play safe and also safety first, all right? Don't do that without the professional guidance and also the professional protections. All right, so let's see. Here's the results. Let me get a paper so I can make a direct compare. There we go. Now, when I see the heavy duty, you might see a little bit scratching on the blade surface right there, but there's no chipping edge and no back rows on the edge as well. Look what's been done to the dry bamboo. You see the thickness? So that's the purpose we are doing this. Not just to show off how strong the blade is, but to tell you to play it safe and to make sure you have a safe environment from Swordier to help blade like this. Especially, like what I said, we enhance the grip section with this metal rope to cover up the hilt. Genuine leather, that's gonna be a good fit for the collection, right? Especially now with this kind of like a satin finish on the fishtail pommel, futon. Even after I cut the bamboos, you don't see any wall rattling parts, right? I'm just doing it. Even the edge held it pretty well. Now I'm gonna give you one last check. Now we test the water bottle, the thrusting power, and also the cutting capability. There we go. Easy to thrusting through. Like you probably see, I can easily maneuver to control the direction. This is really good. There's no flex, no vibration during the cuttings. It holds right there. You see the water there, and the cutting lines straight all the way, stay right there. So very sharp and also very sturdy, reliable to use it. Why? This is not just for a beautiful 100 with those genuine leather, right? To pass along to your son and grandson, and also you can definitely use it for better ready to do all those backyard cuttings at no problem. But remember, every cuttings to do the maintenance, to wipe off the waters. You see, Now, right after the drawn bamboo, the water bottles, and those soft material and heavy materials, the edge stays there. Edge rotation, top notch. Sharpness, top notch. That's pretty good, right? So I always leave this part to the last to test the paper cutting. The most easy way, the most easy part, but also it's a great way to test the sharpness of the blade and also the edge rotation. Let's see. Pretty good. Now pushing forward. Failed. Let's do it one more time. Now let's do it slowly with the new paper. Here we go. Now pushing backward. Test it. Pretty good, right? The sharpness, the edge rotation, still hold it right there. Of course you don't hear any rattling sound, even after we cut all those drawn bamboos, everything. You can just... Now, put a blade right there, the tip, and also I do the flex strings. See that? Bend it over 45 degrees. This direction, 45 degrees, 45 degrees, multiple times, no problem. Alignments, very good. It just bounce up to this original, so you don't have to worry about those disalignments anymore. This is the beauty part of the Springsteen heavy duty one. I always keep saying that heavy duty, especially in the spring steel. All right, so this is really a beautiful sword with those genuine leather hand stitching, give it a luxury, aesthetically beautiful, and of course sturdy to use, pin, pommel, everything. Yeah, I know I can't just keep saying that this is a beautiful sword, this is a good sword. The final test will be leave that to you guys. When you have this sword, you can test it out for yourself, and of course you can use it to do more practice with this sword by yourself. So I'm looking forward for you guys to have the sword from Swordier and test it out and give feedback to me. This is the part which I love, right? That's how we improve our swords in our especially European sword lines here. So without you, I could never achieve all those beautiful features and with this beautiful specifications with this longsword, arming sword, and also those sabers as well. So, what do you think? You are also welcome to leave a comment with us. And also you can check more details at our website, swordier.com, and stay tuned and stay sharp. See you next time, my friend. Bye-bye.